Hi everyone! So I'm sure those of you who are in 104 are as exhausted as I am, but we're going to get through this. We're right at the end. So last thing we need to do is to now develop our website. I am just going to warn you it's a little time consuming. The pages seem to be going very slowly. I've been working literally all day on this, and I started it a few weeks ago. So heads up, it does take some time. So this is what the final website is going to look like. I just published it. So I chose a nice picture that I thought matched my whole collection and the aesthetics I was looking for. So that would be my home page. I put down Design Manager. For you guys, I would do Design Assistant because really that's the position you'd be looking for. Then we're going to go to the introduction page, if it'll even let me. It has been really slow. There we go. Don't laugh at my picture. So here I put Design Manager again. You could put your name, whatever you feel like. And I want you guys to write like a little blurb about yourself. So I put 25 years plus industry experience. My work ranges from corporate to couture, small business to e-commerce startup. And because this is mostly my experience, I have extensive technical knowledge in sweater design from protos to TOPs. And like down here, I would talk about my time in the children's market and what I did there, and just really talk about my experience and who I am as a designer. So that's all I'm looking for here. Next page, and this is the order that I want it in, is going to be our mood boards. These I took when I was long years ago in the children's market. Next, we're going to have our collection. I did a new sketch today, so obviously yours is not going to be the same one repeated, but you will have your whole collection here. You can, and I'll show you in the next one, add on. So like Jenna and Riley, you have a lot in your collection, and anyone else who wants to add on to it, you could add pages and they'll come down. So that's totally fine. I just want to make one little call out. So here we want to do the layout so that our croquis are kind of taking us into the center of the page. So let's just go to AI. This is how I did it. I just have one little call out for you guys because this is what I came across. So in PS, I did my illustration, right? I took a screenshot and then I brought it into AI, and then I kind of played around with it. So you see how she's kind of going into this direction? And then I flipped her around, right, by doing object, transform, reflect, because now she's going into the other side of the page. So this is what we want. We want our croquis to kind of be laid out where it takes us to the center of the page, right? So that's why I have those little lines here. Here's one thing. I did my highlights and then I brought it in. So if we're going to flip-flop and kind of play around with that, see on the end one here, her shadow is in the wrong area, right? It should be on this side because let's say our light source is up here and coming down, the shadow would be on this side, not that side. So maybe you want to set this whole page up and then export it into PS and add on some shadows and things like that. So however you guys want to work it is fine with me, but that was one of the issues that I came up with. So I'd have to go back in. I did it here where I erased it, and now I would just have to go in and put the highlights on this side of the body instead of that side. So that was just that little issue. Now, How I did this, I did screenshots because you can't bring the whole file in. It's just going to be too big. So that would be the best thing to do there. Here's our flat illustrations, right? So I kind of broke mine up into outfit. Of course, it doesn't relate to my sketches, but yours will. I just pulled some of this old stuff that I did. So I kind of just did this little divider just to show outfits. You could lay it out any way you want. I always like to suggest how to wear the collection. But you can have tops going up here, you can have all your bottoms and then your dresses, that's fine. Now, obviously, you may not be able to fit everything in your collection on one page. You can do a drop down. I'll show you on the next one. So it would just run down and you can have the next page there. And again, I took in this border, so I'm making that throughout my entire website. So here's the technical packages. I pulled one that I worked on for a freelance position at a cashmere house. So here is my tech pack, right? You can see how it has the evaluation sheet. This is where you put in your proto sample measurements. Then the sample request, garment construction information. So all of these sheets are in there. It has graded measurements, labels, hang tags, everything that needs to go in there to make that garment in production. And then I have my stitch details. This is what I give to the factory. I put all of the information there. I tell them how to start it, how to finish things, what the stitches are, how they go. And then here I actually gave them a stitch reference of a sample that the business owners gave me. So all that information goes into the factory. If you guys need a tech pack, just email me. I could give you some really great blank ones. The next thing we're going to have is our contact page. And then the last, you're going to have your resume, right? So I would insert your resume here. I would also add a link. Do not forget, you should bring your printed resume to your interview and hand it out to the person that's interviewing you. And please don't forget to write up a thank you after your interview. Okay, so let me just show you how, because that's the published site. This is how you're going to be working in the site. So I added this photo. I also added my little logo. I thought it looked really cute. And I think it's a nice little touch. So I have that up there. Then once you start the website, this is in Google Sites. You're going to have to add these pages in, and then they'll start going on the top. When you start your website, it's only going to be one page, and then you're going to add all of these onto it. So see down here, you just do add a new page. Then I did the introduction page. Then I added the mood board. See how I added in the background this like nice kind of cool and quiet marble. So I'm going to bring that in throughout my website. And that is really it. It's easy, but it's time consuming. So I want you guys to leave enough time to be able to do this. Again, come to lab. Email me if you have any questions, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your portfolios. So use the discussion board, ask any questions, send in your progress, share with everyone else, especially if you have tips on how you got something and you really liked the outcome, or if you're stuck on doing things. And that's it. So have a great week. I know it's going to be super stressful, But after next week, we're just going to be working on this. So it's going to be fun. And I really can't wait to see everything. Have a wonderful night. And again, reach out if you need me.